Have you ever seen an outdoor setup for a podcast show? Well, I'm about to share with you what that looks like because I get the opportunity to kind of get creative with the setup in wherever I may be and whatever it takes. Usually, it all begins with trying to find the guests that would like to join me on the show. Then it's about letting them know what the show kind of represents and how it can kind of help within what they're trying to do in their community by getting them to share their story on the podcast. And then basically, once I've had it all edited and put together, I get to send them a link so that they can post it up on their Facebook page and then hopefully generate more of awareness towards the in the community, and letting the community know that places like these exist, either for like men's groups and other local charities that make a huge impact in the community. It's nothing fancy, but it does do the trick with basically, I've got a couple of chairs. I also had a custom made round table, which the podcast show for now has been known as the round table, and a few tripods. And I also get to use my phones to do all the video recordings. And then I've got a portable Zoom recorder, audio recorder, with a couple of mics, a couple of mic stands for the mics as well. And it's just a matter of measurements from the distance between the table and on either facing head on to the sides, left and right, and then trying to just find that sweet spot where I can get the right kind of angles before I hit record. And yeah, that's kind of basically what that looks like. But I kind of wanted to just share that moment because maybe it's something that you're thinking about doing one day down the track. So, why not? Even if it just meant you only had to use one phone. I use three, but I also get to kind of add a bit of flair to the angles during the interviews. And in most cases, I actually don't like to say or call it an interview. I usually like to just say, hey, it's just a couple of guys having a chat. Or, hey, it's just me and you having a chat over coffee. And this is kind of why I really enjoy these moments when I get to do shows like this. But look, take my word for it that everything you get to see here is pretty raw and real. And why not check out my next podcast show and judge for yourself and see what that looks like, even though it looks messy with the setup and all from the outside. But I do what I do, or continue to try and do, in producing these podcast shows to really help out the local charity organizations in the community who definitely make an impact with those in the community that are going through either some moments of isolation, mental health challenges, probably even up to like those that are homeless as well. And that's where I've been so grateful for these opportunities that I get to share these stories, but I keep it real in the natural beauty of Mother Nature as the surrounding studio that pretty much fits well with any kind of setup, I reckon. But hey, if you found this pretty interesting and are thinking about wanting to do your own, then hopefully this could be something that could spark your interest in starting your own podcast.